July 4th, 1944, 3 p.m., Camp Hearn Baseball Diamond. The temperature, 104 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade that doesn't exist. A makeshift field has been carved out of red clay between the barracks. Bleachers are nothing more than overturned crates in the hoods of army jeeps. 2,000 German prisoners pack one side of the wire. On the other, every off-duty black MP, cook, and mechanic in camp presses forward. American officers sit in folding chairs under a single scraggly oak, sipping iced tea like Southern gentlemen at a lynching they pretend isn't happening. The teams jog out. The German 9 wear patched Wehrmacht trousers and white undershirts with hand-painted swastikas some idiots sewed on and then frantically ripped off this morning. Their pitcher is Oberleutnant Klaus von Richter, former U-boat ace. Tall, blonde, the perfect poster boy for everything Goebbels ever sold. He spits in the dirt and sneers at the opposition. Across the diamond come the black MPs, the 813th and 92nd mixed together in mismatched uniforms, laughing loud, slapping backs. Corporal James Washington plays shortstop. Private Leroy Thompson, who can throw a baseball like a 75mm shell, takes the mound. Their catcher, Sergeant Isaiah Davis from Harlem, squats and pounds his mitt, grinning wide enough to blind the front row. The camp commander, Colonel Robert Goldsmith, stands between the teams with a silver dollar. He flips it. Von Richter calls Kopf. It lands tails. The black team bats first. First pitch. Thompson rears back and fires. The ball rockets past von Richter's bat so fast the Germans swear they hear a sonic crack. Strike one. The American side erupts. The Germans go silent. Strike two. Strike three. Von Richter slams the bat into the ground, face crimson. By the third inning, it's 6-0. Washington makes an impossible diving catch in the dust to rob a sure double, comes up bleeding from the lip, still smiling. The German prisoners, men who once cheered the invasion of Poland, now find themselves leaning forward, breathless. Some actually clap when Thompson fans another batter. Bottom of the fifth. Score now 9-2. A young Afrika Korps private named Heinz Becker steps to the plate. He's shaking, not from heat, from the knowledge that every SS man in the stands is watching. He swings late at a curveball and pops it up. Washington drifts back, until the barbed wire stops him. He leaps glove over the fence, snags it one-handed. The crowd loses its mind. And then it happens. A ripple starts in the middle of the German section. One man stands and claps, then 10, then 100, slow at first, then thunderous. Even the die-hard Nazis can't stop their hands. The sound rolls across the field like artillery. Washington tips his cap, blood still on his teeth, and the applause swells louder. Von Richter stares at his own men cheering for the subhumans. His face twists. He hurls his glove to the ground and stalks off the field. The SS clique follows him, shoving through the crowd, spitting curses. But the damage is done. The spell is broken. In the eighth inning, with the score an embarrassing 14-3, Sergeant Fritz Mueller, who isn't even playing, walks to the fence. He pulls the last lucky strike Washington ever gave him from his pocket, lights it, and hands it through the wire to Corporal Washington between innings. Washington takes it, nods once. No words, none needed. The final out is a lazy fly ball to left field. The black team wins 16-4. Colonel Goldsmith awards them the promised extra ice cream, vanilla, flown in from Dallas that morning. The Germans line up anyway, not because they're allowed, because the black cooks wave them through with metal scoops the size of entrenching tools. Under the burning Texas sun, hardened veterans of El Alamein and Monte Cassino stand in line with their former enemies, tin cups outstretched, waiting for a white river of ice cream that tastes like surrender. That night, the SS clique tries to reassert control. They drag a young prisoner who cheered too loudly into the latrine and beat him until his ribs crack. But the next morning, 50 Germans, Mueller among them, march to the commander's office and demand protection. They name names. The ringleaders are shackled and shipped to a stricter camp in Oklahoma. The fracture has become a chasm. And in the quiet aftermath, Sergeant Mueller sits on his bunk writing a letter he knows will never be mailed. I have seen the master race defeated by men we were told had no souls. I have eaten their ice cream. I have smoked their cigarettes. I do not know who I am anymore, but I think I am beginning to become someone better. Somewhere in the darkness outside, a harmonica begins to play Sweet Georgia Brown. First, the black guards join in, then the Germans, humming along to a song they've only just learned. The Texas night carries the music over the wire, and for the first time in years, no one is afraid of tomorrow.